Hello, Aaliyah and Caitlin. I'm going to go through your test results. So when you have your jump data at the moment, which is current, so we'll have a look at your strength at the end of this block, which is about 6 weeks to go, so before short course. But for now, we'll have a look at your power work and we'll just talk through it. So, squat jump. So generally a measure of more concentric or power of the muscle when we've got to start from stationary and then explode through, so you can't really dip and go. So I wouldn't be too worried about the downward slope so far because this is relative to your body weight. So you get your max power, which might be 3,000, and you divide it by body weight. So the higher ones were probably from when you're a little bit lighter, so when you're younger, and then you've grown. So all we'd like to focus on now is building this up. Now, again, this is not a huge margin. What is it? 2 watts per kilogram daily. So in the context of things, not huge. So we've had lockdowns, we've had other issues. So we'd like to build this back up now. So little targets for you would be getting to 40 watts per kilogram and then up to sort of 45 and 50. Okay, so that's your power to weight here. And then this down here is your centimeters that you jumped. So you can see that back in 2019 you jumped to highest and then you're pretty steady. Now if we look at your counter movement jump, you actually did really well on the past test. So that would say more like your stretch shortening cycle, your elastic ability is getting better, where our strength might be just the same, which is to be expected, especially with lockdowns and not being able to train as much as we want. Okay, so again, good level for track and field, not triathlon, but track and field is up on this one, getting over to 50 to 60 to 70. Okay, we can see that the National Open female is about 45 average. So again, it's good to see that improve. If we then move on to your elastic capability. So the difference between this one, your counter movement jump, and this one is just the speed of movement and the speed of the elasticity that we want. However, ground contact time for this test, I'd ideally like you under 250. So we can work on our speed on that one. Jump height is just to measure that, and then we find the ratio, and I'll show you in the next slide. This over here is the ratio between your squat jump and your counter movement jump. Ideally, it's about 10%. So you can see on the latest one, it's about 15%. So it would suggest we incorporate more strength training, which I think is relevant from your squat jump data. So we'll keep building your power, but also build upon that strength. And then we can see in your active strength index, you're about 0.94, around 1. So a nice goal will be getting this to 1.5. If you look at your data, Caitlin, we're going to look at your squat jumps. So again, because you've been going through a bit of growth lately, we're going to see this number drop, and then hopefully we can get it back up. And then we did. We saw it from 36 to 38. Again, not too big a jump, so we'll still track this over time. And this is more strength related. And if we look at counter movement, again, not too much difference here. So 43 to 42. Now, if you're growing, getting taller and adding weight, because that's what happens when we grow, then this is good. You're maintaining this output. So you went up from 2019, nice steady growth, so that was good. We want to see changes year to year, and we'll just continue to look to build this. Elasticity, we can look at this percentage of stretch shortening cycle, about 0.1. So again, should focus on more strength work, and we'll find out what your strength levels are in 6 to 8 weeks. Again, 331, probably like that to be a little bit lower, under 250, at least for the test, and then 31. So that gives you a number of 0.94. So again, our goal would be able to 1.5. High level track and field are over 2.5 to 3. So that's your testing data. We'll have a look at strength again as we move forward, and if there's any issues, please let me know. If you want me to clarify anything, just email me or talk to me in gym.